You work with Paul Newman, right?
Mm.
I was wondering, my mum's such a massive Paul Newman fan. What was it like being him and working?
I remember being on set and we were doing this scene and it'd been a Sam Mendes marathon day. I think we went into 23 hours and it was Paul's 16th hour on set. And he was doing this scene where he was at the end of this long table and I watched him do the scene and then Sam came over and whispered in his ear and he went like that and then did the scene. He was like, fucking hell, that was great. And he just did it brilliantly. And I went to Sam and said, what did you say to him? He went, I just said, do it better. But he did. But the point being is that at however old he was then, 76 I think he was, I mean he was, you know, he loved being an actor. He was getting a thrill out of being on set. And Sam knew that about him. Sam knew that he had kind of an actor's fragility. And so it was just going up to him going, fucking do it better. It was like, I mean, you know, I just thought, well, God, if I get to that age and I'm still doing this and I still love it as much as that, then, you know, you've won.
Do you have that thing where you sometimes going to go, fucking hell, how'd I get here?
So all the time. I mean, but, you know, it used to be when I had those thoughts, they were like, how the fuck did I get here? And like be terrified. I mean, not terrified, but kind of, you know, just freaked out by it. And now I just kind of laugh about how the fuck did I get here? It's like, I don't know, I'm just beyond me.
So you talked a bit earlier about directing, which I think would be really exciting to see something that you know you got into. But I guess if it's been all-encompassing, you haven't had a chance to.
No, not at all. And you know, directing is all-encompassing. I think it's, you know, the shit stops with you really on a movie set, and so I haven't really kind of given that any proper thought. But I know that if I did it, then it would just have to be my life for that period of time, because it's. You know, you have to walk on set and people look to you and go, what do we do now? And it's, you know, you've got to have an idea.
And is there any particular actors that you would just jump at working with if you were to direct, or would you just not?
You know, I'd just be grateful if anybody wanted to, really. So I just, you know, if I could gather some together, it would be good.
What are you hungry for?
Downtime. Some family time, some really, just some, you know, just some peace and quiet. Really, literally, just I want to kind of try and get a little normalcy back into my life.
Do a bit of reading.
Bit of reading, bit of chopping wood, maybe, you know, stuff like that. Bit of painting, walls probably. I'm not very good at painting, but you know, just you know, anything.
Do you find that this is like a bit, but do you find that when you're on these films, you're just in a bubble and you're just like, I want to burst the fucking bubble?
Yes, you are, but you can't really, because if you burst the bubble, the whole thing collapses. So you have to kind of keep it. You have to keep on point.
And it can't be very rock and roll these days, like being an actor. You're not allowed to be. You're not allowed to do an Ollie Reed anymore.
Someone said it's not all pussy and cocaine.
Well, that's a good point to end.